There are other project management tools. Then there is PMPplanner, which is the first such tool that allows a user to automatically track tasks, workdays or hours spent on tasks to include cost, reflected also automatically in the running project total costs as a combined feature. Today, we will walk through all the features that PMPplanner has to offer. You can log in with your registered username and password credentials. In case you forget your login information, you can reset your password by submitting your email address into the Reset Password form. A reset password link is generated and sent to your email as a notification. This code can then be used to reset your password. The dashboard page functions as a dashboard which displays key statistics across your projects in a widget card format. You can review the key statuses for activities across all your projects in one place. These widget cards include My Task Overview, My Risks and Issues Overview, My Team Overview, My Overdue Work Items, My Work Items Due Today, My Timesheet Overview, My Milestone Overview. You can drag a widget card and move it to swap its position with another by clicking on a button at the top left corner. Some widget cards allow you to filter the display of certain data if there is more than one category of information present. Widget cards can also be toggled from the display view by clicking on the Options button at the top right corner of the project management feature forms the main backbone of the PMPplanner application. All milestones, tasks, risks, issues, timesheets, graphic reports, documents, activity feed, instant messaging, and calendars cannot function without a project as the foundation. This page by default shows all projects that are visible to the current user. However, the drop-down at the top can be used to view projects that are active or archived. Users can create, edit, or delete projects, all of which are presented in a listed view. The listed view visually depicts each project as a row and columns to represent each project attribute. Users can also sort the rows of project by order of a specified column. To create a new project, click on the Create Project button at the top right corner of the page. A side panel is revealed with a form prompting the user to fill in all relevant project details. Private projects can be accessed only by the member project users, whereas public projects can be viewed and followed by all the portal users. When you click on the Create button after filling your project details, you will be asked to define the cost rates for each type of user in your team. Once the cost rates are defined, a new project row is appended to the bottom of the list. To view or edit the project details, you can click on the button next to the project name on the list. The project can be deleted by clicking on the button and clicking Delete or Archive to store as a historical record. If you click on the name of an individual project row, you are directed to a page with a dashboard view of your selection. The dashboard in a project shows important graphs, statistics, and other key performance indicators for you to quickly understand where it stands from a holistic perspective. You will also notice after navigating a project dashboard that there is a horizontal menu of shortcuts to various functions specific to your current project. These include the tasks, risks and issues, milestones, document share, graphics reports, and Gantt pages. All the above-mentioned features affect only the individual project that you selected from the project list page. Gantt charts in PMPplanner are exclusively accessed from the individual project menu and help provide an automatic visualization of your project schedule. It displays information about your task progress, task owner, task status and other task-related data. You can review the planned versus actual state of your tasks, discover which tasks are overrunning, and tasks that have lost time to decide areas of your project that need to be prioritized. Gantt bars are displayed based on the order of the start date in the project. Milestones are represented in various colors, based on status or color settings, as horizontal Gantt bars. You can click the menu button and export your Gantt chart to a PDF file for reporting. The Milestone Management page provides a consolidated list of all project milestones in various statuses and allows you to access the associated task lists, tasks, risks, and issues. This page by default shows all milestones that are assigned to the current user. However, the drop-down at the top right corner can be used to view milestones for specific projects which they are working on. Users can set their most important goals using milestones, track progress of milestones, transfer milestones from one project to another, and set a hierarchy of work items in their project. Users can create, edit, or delete milestones, all of which are presented in a listed view. The listed view visually depicts each milestone as a row to represent each milestone attribute. Users can also sort the rows of milestones by the order of a specified column. To create a new milestone, click on the Create Milestone button at the top right corner of the page. When you click on the Create button after filling your milestone details, a new milestone row is appended to the bottom of the table listing. To view or edit the milestone details, you can click on the Action button on the list. The milestone can be deleted by clicking on the Action button and clicking Delete. You can export the table listing view of milestones to a PDF, CSV, or Excel format by clicking on the Menu button at the top right corner. Milestones can also be filtered by name or tags from the filter bar at the top of the page as well. The Tasks Management page holds key features used by PMPplanner, tasks and task lists. Tasks outline the high-level activities that take place during a project, while task lists organize a set of common tasks into a group. Users can create, edit, or delete tasks and task lists, all of which are presented on a Kanban board view. The Kanban board visually depicts various stages of a project using cards to represent work items and columns to represent each major stage of the process. To create a new task, click on the Create Task button at the top right corner of the page. A side panel is revealed with a form prompting you to fill all the relevant details of a task. Unlike other task attributes, the Task List drop-down menu has a unique functionality. If you click on the text area, for example, you can type and enter the name of a new task list. If you click on the drop-down arrow, a list of existing task lists is revealed, each which prompt you to edit or delete a specific task list. When you click on the Create button after filling your task details, a new task card is generated and displayed on the Kanban column. To view or edit the task details, you can click on the corresponding task card from the board. Task cards can even be shuffled around each column of the Kanban board by clicking and dragging the card. The task card can be deleted by clicking on the Delete button on the card. To collapse all columns of the Kanban board, you can click on the Minimize button at the top left corner. In this minimized view, all Kanban columns will show a high-level count of the associated cards beneath them. You can export the Kanban board view of tasks to a CSV or Excel format by clicking on the button at the top right corner. The task cards can also be filtered by name or tags of the cards from the filter bar at the top of the page as well. The Risks and Issues Management page holds another one of the key features used in PMPplanner, Risks and Issues. Issues are high-level work items that arise during a project due to uncontrolled circumstances, while risks outline potential activities which can negatively impact a project in its course. This page by default shows all risks and issues that are assigned to the current user. However, the drop-down at the top corner can be used to view risks/issues for specific projects which they are working on. Users can create, edit, or delete risks and issues, all of which are also presented on a Kanban board view. The Kanban board visually depicts various stages of a project using cards to represent work items and columns to represent each major stage of the process. To create a new risk or issue, click on the Create Risk or Issue button at the top right corner of the page. When you click on the Create button after filling your risk or issue details, a new risk or issue card is generated and displayed on the Kanban column. To view or edit the risk or issue details, you can click on the corresponding risk or issue card from the board. Risk or issue cards can even be shuffled around each column of the Kanban board by click and dragging the card. The risk or issue card can be deleted by clicking on the Delete button on the card. To collapse all columns of the Kanban board, you can click on the Minimize button at the top left corner. In this minimized view, all Kanban columns will show a high-level count of associated cards beneath them. You can export the Kanban board view of risks and issues to a CSV or Excel format by clicking on the Menu button at the top right corner. Risk or issue cards can also be filtered by name or tags from the filter bar at the top of the page as well. The PMPplanner Graphic Reports feature provides you with a dynamic visual consolidated view of all the tasks, risks and issues in a project based on your status. Colleagues in an organization can even comment on the progress of a report to start discussions and debates amongst themselves. You can change the chart type via a drop-down to display a report as a pie chart, bar chart, or column chart. Above all, graphic reports can be generated to a printable PDF format to use for data visualization, presentations, and more. PMPplanner can track all your temp, permanent or contractor employee weekly work effort aligned to a defined hourly rate, which is automatically deducted from the budget defined at the start. The Auto Reports and Timesheets feature captures all the daily or weekly reports or timesheets that a user has created. From this page, a user can create, edit, delete, share, or download their reports and timesheets in PDF format. You can create a combined report and timesheet from the Auto Reports and Timesheets creation page. When you click on the Add button, you are prompted to fill in details for your report and timesheet. A project manager will receive a notification when you submitted a report and timesheet. The project manager clicks on the notification, and it will prompt the project manager to review and approve any report and timesheet submissions from their employees or consultants. When reviewing a timesheet, a project manager can only read the details from an employee or consultant's timesheet and approve or reject it. The PMPplanner Expense Manager feature allows you to capture all expenditure to include cost of hours worked, and all other OPEX and CAPEX costs. From this feature, you can see in real time how much is getting spent from the defined budget by whom and on what. To use this feature, you must first click on the drop-down at the top right of the page to select a project. Once a selection is made, you are presented with a listed view of the expenditure for your project. When you click on the Add button, you are prompted to create either a CAPEX or OPEX expense. If you click on the Save button after filling your expense details, a new row is generated and displayed on the listed view. At the bottom of the page, you can see a sum of all OPEX and CAPEX expenses with the balance remaining from your current project budget. All this information is calculated automatically for your convenience. You can export the listed view of expenses to a PDF, CSV, or Excel format by clicking on the button at the top right corner. Users can store, manage, share, and assign files to other colleagues across their organization with the PMPplanner document share feature. Project files and folders can be organized based on a category. For example, you can group all the marketing collateral of your project in a work document folder and sales documents in another work document folder, so that it's easy to pick them out. The user can add, edit, and delete work document folders in PMPplanner. Within these work document folders, users can manage their files and folders in a structured manner. By default, if you are accessing the document share page for the first time, you are presented with a blank interface and prompted to create a new work document folder. To create a new work document folder, click on the Create Folder button at the center of the page. A side panel is revealed with a form prompting you to fill all relevant work document folder details. When you click on the Create button after filling your work document folder details, a new work document folder is generated on top of a list on the left side of the page. Additional work document folders can be created by clicking on the Create button next to the Work Document Folders list heading. Once you click on any work document folder from the list, you are presented with a file manager-like interface where you can handle all the main document operations, which are blank by default. You can create multi-level folders to segregate and classify files. You can also rename, remove, and view the folder details. You can create nested folders and organize your project documents based on business needs. A file can be uploaded, shared, commented on, assigned to others, updated, copied, moved, renamed, downloaded, deleted, or viewed for detailed properties. Activity Feed is an automated system that is populated with activity data in real time from your projects. Much like a social media network feed, users will receive updates whenever other users perform activities in the projects that they are associated with. This page by default shows the feed for all projects that are assigned to you. However, the drop-down at the top right corner can be used to view feed for specific projects which you are working on. You can check the latest actions related to milestones, projects, tasks, risks, issues, or documents, or post your own custom feed status manually. Other accounts from your organization can even comment on the feed updates to give point-in-time feedback. PMPplanner lets you engage with your teammates at any time to keep a discussion going. This can be done via chat channels, which can be created, modified, or deleted based on your user privileges. You can create topics, discuss, and make decisions faster with the chat rooms in PMPplanner. Users can start interacting with their colleagues on different topics. Select the button on the top right and fill in all relevant discussion details to include project name, discussion title, and participants. Once you have submitted the details for a discussion, a new chat room is added to a list. Participants can access this chat room by selecting the corresponding name from the list. While in a chat, participants can send text message and share documents. There are also options which allows you to turn chat history on or off and mute or unmute the chat notifications. You can track all your project activities using the calendar feature. Calendar is a simple and secure way to quickly organize meetings, events, schedule appointments, and manage milestones, tasks, risks, and issues. Calendar helps the staff in an organization to stay on top of the schedule. It also helps the staff to easily identify dates in which they are engaged so that they can plan and complete work on time. To create a new calendar activity, click on the Create Activity button at the top right corner of the page. A side panel is revealed with a form prompting you to fill in all relevant activity details. When you click on the Create button after filling the activity details, a new calendar entry is generated within the corresponding time range. To view or edit the activity details, click on the activity bar from the calendar interface. The activity can be deleted by clicking on the Delete button on the form. Buttons at the top left corner allow you to navigate through years and months on your calendar. The calendar module even lets you view milestones, tasks, risks and issues, and events on a weekly or daily basis by clicking on the buttons at the top of the page. There is also a filter at the top right corner of the page which allows you to view calendar activities by type. You can export the calendar view to a PDF or ICS format by clicking on the menu button at the top right corner. From the user management page, employees in an organization must have accounts created before they can be assigned to individual projects on the PMPplanner application. These projects are all accessible to users who are added to them. The admin or master user will have access to all projects, tasks, risks or issues, milestones, timesheets, documents, reports, feeds, and discussions in the application. The user management page can be accessed from the left side menu. Master or super accounts can create, edit, or delete users, all of which are presented in a listed view. The listed view visually depicts each user as a row and columns to represent each user attribute. The master or super account can also sort the rows of users by order of a specified column. To create a new user, click on the Create User button at the top right corner of the page. A side panel is revealed with a form prompting you to fill in all relevant user details. When a master account clicks on the Create button after filling their user details, a new user row is appended to the bottom of the table listing and the corresponding account is generated with a confirmation message sent to the individual's email address. To view or edit the user details, a master or super account can click on the Action button on the list. The user can be deleted by clicking on the Action button and clicking Delete. Users can also be filtered by name or tags from the filter bar at the top of the page as well. A user can receive an email or in-app notification from PMPplanner for several scenarios such as account creation, password reset, two-factor authentication, mentions in a discussion or comment, and calendar reminders, just to name a few. The PMPplanner settings page allows users to customize their profile, interface, and preferences for their application experience. These changes are personal and will not affect the organization. You can change any personally identifiable information such as your avatar, name, email address, or phone number. The look and feel of the user interface can also be customized via the primary and dark mode color settings. Primary color settings set the color of buttons, menu text, and icons across the PMPplanner user interface. On the other hand, the overall theme of the application can be configured for dark or light mode. Users can reset their password from the settings page as well. Users can toggle an option to send notifications to their notification panel and email. A company logo and slogan can be defined to be displayed on the footer of the side menu for all users within the same organization after logging into the PMPplanner application. Two-factor authentication can also be configured to be enforced across the entire organization. These two settings, however, are available for master accounts only.